I have just woken up. Lauren's not here this weekend, and I am going to try and get some of this engine rebuild started. Getting a little bit sick of seeing that sat there all the time. We've had a little bit of time away from the boat, so we're behind. Yeah, let's put it that way. Today, I think I'm going to clean through the heat exchanger, take the ends off, and have a look and try and get things ready for when the cylinder head comes back. The cylinder head is currently with the mechanics, and I could have done a sort of refurbish myself, looking at, take the springs out, lapping valves, cleaning up, but if there was any issues, sort of hairline cracks or other things, that's beyond my sort of capability. I wouldn't know how to spot that sort of stuff, so I'm happy to pay, I think, 120 quid to get them to have a look at it and refurbish and send it back, and then I can get on with all of the stuff that I can do. So yeah, watch this space. Okay, today I'm starting with the heat exchanger, and I'm just going to give it a clean, take it apart and see if there's any calcification through the sort of matrix that the water gets pushed through. I've seen online that is an area of concern potentially. When we took the heat exchanger off the engine, we looked at the exhaust elbow, and I'll show you the one that we took off. So it's kind of not great. There's not really much light, but it's just a bit rusty inside. Like, not so bad. There's some weird, like, mastic looking stuff where the gasket was. Maybe there's been a fault in the past. So got a new one of those from eBay for 90 quid, which is actually a bit of a steal, as long as it's the right one. And then just coming to look at the heat exchanger and seeing where that actually fits. Yeah, it's in a pretty bad condition. So yeah, this is where the old gasket is sitting on. Obviously that's got to come off. All around here it's just sort of rusted and looking pretty terrible. So I'm wondering whether this is what's been an issue and caused the little rust patches which are on the valve heads, where water's getting into the cylinder block, and it may be backing up through the exhaust mixer elbow. So get that changed out, that's going to be a big help. Okay, so just taking the ends off of the heat exchanger. Obviously a little bit calcified there, but not as bad as I thought. These rubber seals that go on each end, they are, yeah, totally gone. But I think we can see a bit of light through most of these. So yeah, not as bad as, well, some of them that I've seen online. So now this cylinder part should come out, and I'm going to put it in this bucket, and I'm just going to use a sort of normal descaler that you'd use for a kettle or something, because you don't want to use anything too harsh, because I don't know why, but that's what I've been told. So we're going to get that in there. You could use vinegar, seeing as that's not too bad. Vinegar might well do the job, but I've got that sachet, so I'll give it a go. Dip it in there for a little while and see if it comes up nice. Update. I can't actually get the sort of heater matrix out of the heat exchanger. So it's this bit here. That just runs all the way through, and it should just lift out, but it's not happening. I started cleaning up this surface in the meantime. Tried hitting it with a weighted hammer, but it's not having any of it. So I've left it overnight and sprayed around the top here with a bit of this D-block oil thing, just to see if that'll loosen it up a little bit. It seemed to be moving slightly yesterday, and so I'm just going to take it outside now and hit it with a hammer again and see if it helps. Success. We have heating matrix out of the heat exchanger. There's a bit of crud inside, but we'll clean that up and we'll soak this in either vinegar or that sachet of kettle descaler.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in.
Little jerky stuff.
Golden, I'll follow only golden.
Alright, letting it soak. That one little sachet is definitely not enough. I've chucked some vinegar in as well, for good measure. Chuck the end pieces on as well, just to get them going. But there's not too much calcification to get off, so I'm not too bothered. So we'll just leave it, see how it goes. Heat exchanger in a bucket of soapy water. There's not really much sort of calcification or anything inside of there, so happy to just give it a good clean inside and out. That should do the job. And then I'm going to dry it thoroughly so that nothing starts to rust. Right, a quick little update on our Eberspacher. So we have an Eberspacher Hydronic 10, and it was working, and then we had that coolant leak. I don't know if you remember that. So we've topped it up with coolant, we've changed the fittings, and we just couldn't get it started. So had to give up and call somebody in, and actually there's a really good guy called Bob in the marina here, and he's a sort of fabricator, but he's also an Eberspacher dealer, and he came down. And for sort of 45 quid, he came down, plugged the Eberspacher in, got some fault codes, diagnosed it, and was able to find a little fuse that had blown. I'm not sure if it's going to focus in on that or not, but yeah, I'll show you a bit of picture, I'll show you I'll show you a better picture of that separately. But so we've just got a couple more fuses. He said he didn't have one on him at the time. He said, look, it's easy enough to change yourself. Come up and grab one when you're up at the shop and fit it yourself. So that's what I'm doing, saved a bit of money. And that should mean that we've got an Eberspacher that's working, and the weather's getting pretty cold now, so it will be just in time. We've been told that we also need to top the tank up with diesel, as we've not done that since we got back from the Solent, and it could be that one of the issues is it's out of diesel. So I've just gone up and got 20-25 litres of diesel. Annoyingly, our engine is in bits at the moment, so we couldn't motor around to the fuel pontoon and fill up there, so I've been handballing 25 litres of fuel up and down the pontoon. So with any luck, that'll get it working and we'll have a warm boat again. Yeah, so after covering the whole boat in diesel, trying to chuck it into a little filter, I've decided to use the age-old trick of getting a bit of pipe, sucking it, and letting science take over. Inside gubbins of the Hydronic 10 Eberspacher. The little fuse we need to change is that one there. So pop it out, plug the new one back in, and we should be up and running. So I have topped the diesel tank up with fuel, about 25 litres, and I've changed the little fuse on the Eberspacher, switched it on the control panel over there on the fuse board, and this is the moment of truth. Does it work, and do we have a working Eberspacher? We should start hearing it like clicking to pick up the fuel in a minute. It's alive! It's alive! Oh, well, you know, it's only been 8 months broken. No worries there. Give it 10 minutes or so and then we'll try the blowers. And if hot air's coming out, then we're cooking on gas. This image is going to be a scene of the past. Hot tea, radiator underfoot, blanket on.
I've turned that off because you moan at me that I can't have it on.
Costs money, we got blankets.
I'm so cold.
Well, hopefully, from now onwards.
Where are the blowers? I can't see them now.
Forgotten where the blowers are, it's been that long. We've got hot air. Summertime and the weather is fine. Welcome to a warm boat.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm so happy.
Throw that hat away.
Well, no, let's not get a bit, ahead of ourselves here.
Let's not go overboard.
I had to sleep with this on last night.
Whew.
I'm going to sit on the floor
Yeah.
for a little bit.
It's not even that cold. I don't know what you're on
It's
about.
bloody freezing in here.
It's like
It is so cold.
It's like 3-4 degrees outside. At least 10 in here.
See, my joints are freezing up.
That's your age.
30, I'm young.
Anyway, what do you say? Got the heaters working.
Thanks! And thanks, Bob.
All right, Bob. We just
And thank you, because
Yeah,
you've done
Bob.
all the running around today.
Bob did help a lot. Yep.